Hello, 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 everyone. Mike Arnold here, co-founder, Path Trading Partners, along with Bob Iacino. So, got our first YouTube strike for yesterday's afternoon video. Don't like picking on the Federal Reserve, and got a hard strike. So we'll see. Maybe his channel will just start going away if you can't speak your mind against stuff. We shall see. By the way, I want you guys to leave some more comments. I want at least 10 comments per video, or this channel probably will go away. So I'll just let you know that. By the way, not much going on with the markets. It's OPEX today, so that's going to be the driving force. Not much going on in the economic calendar. FOMC still, we're sitting there at 50 basis points, but the big thing is negative gamma territory still, and we're actually, the big pin would be 4,000 on the SPX. The minor pin would be 3,900. There's lots of stuff going around 3,900 now still, and 3,950. So we're going to have to see. It's going to be a very interesting day. Happy Friday, Josh. Hey, Waka Waka. Good morning, George. Good morning, Ken. Good morning, Wavy. Traders position for lower stock price of 1.9 trillion OPEX looms. Yeah, this is a big one. I'm of the opinion market is going to drop. Good morning, Mike. Upsides look less versus down. Good morning, Wavy. Over 39.50 markets will short squeeze. Remember, we got the clear path. Good morning again, George. Would make sense. Wavy is option close. They would be selling shares. The majority, I think, so long that, I can't even speak this morning. 15-minute close, a good buy for Tesla. We can take a look at that. Wow, you got a strike for nothing. Yeah, and I can't even contest it. That's how bad it is. I'm really pissed off about this. Good morning, Sterling. Hit the like, people. Leave some comments. I need people to leave comments. Big caps, all gapped up. Good morning, options 22. Everyone leave one comment per day. 1 or 2 videos. That takes 30 seconds. Yes. Otherwise, who knows what I'll do. But I need you guys to leave some comments. Eric, thank you. When do Waka Waka turns bear? Waka Waka depends on the moment of the day. We are like 21 watching and only 7 likes. Press like, everyone. Yes, come on. Let's go. I'm a perma bear. We know Waka Waka. So remember, there's not much earnings. I didn't even check on John Deere. I've been dealing with some stuff. By the way, this is going to be slightly shorter anyways because I have to get one of my dogs to the vet, and my wife's taking him, but I have to get him loaded in the car, and he hates getting into the car. I want to point something out on a bigger picture. Just this is, even if we have a massive rally, I mean, it would take a massive to turn this red bar green, but this is 7 red bars in a row, 7 down weeks. This is weekly. I can't remember the last time we had 7 down weeks. Even doing a brief scan, even in the .com bust, and I'm talking S&P, I'm not talking NASDAQ. I think there are only 6. So keep that in mind, especially going into next week. What am I watching going into this morning now? Let's get to the other camera. So we could be set up for at least some consolidation, if not a rally. We do have the potential reversal pattern that's not going to trigger this week. I'm still watching this flag pattern. We're sort of stalling out. Minor, it's sloppy. It's confirmed, but this little double coming off the top, I'll just be watching. Then that would take us down to 39, potentially 19. I start really focusing on the 3,900 pin if we start dropping below this key area, about 39.15. 39.15, I start going and then watching how we'll trade around that 3,900. 39.50 is that minor level. So could we just bounce up here and stall out around there and be that choppy back and forth? Yes, we could. This is going to be generally a tough tactile trading day. What's interesting, you start getting above this 39.50, you're into a clear path move. All right. The breakdown zone is 39.90, and the 62.5 and a half of this push down is 4,005. 4,005 and a half of this push down is 4,005. 4,005 and a half of this push down is 4,005. 4,005 and a half of this push down is 4,005. 4,005 and a half of this push down is 4,005. 4,005 and a half of this push down is 4,005. 4,005 and a half of this push down is 4,005. 4,005 and a half of this push down is 4,005. 4,005 and a half of this push down is 4,005. 4,005 and a half of this push down is 4,005. 4,005 and a half of this push down is 4,005. 4,005 and a half of this push down is 4,005. 4,005 and a half of this push down is 4,005. 4,005 and a half of this push down is 4,005. 4,005 and a half of this push down is 4,005. 4,005 and a half of this push down is 4,005. 4,005 and a half of this push down is So we have a lot of area. If it can really be pushed higher, that's what I'm keying off of. And you see this channel, which is roughly trying to hold right here. If you did push it up to the other side, it could be around that 4,000 area. And on the 1 hour, this is considered an advanced clear path. There's only one little minor stopping area. Interesting enough, right at the 50% harmonic, 39.75. So this is one of those days. Now, longer term, we still have an aggressive buy if it can close above yesterday's high, which is 39.43. So theoretically, could you pin 39.50, trigger an aggressive buy for going into next week? Yes, you could. Would I be putting it on a Friday night? No, I wouldn't. I'd be looking to enter it on a Sunday/Monday morning, Sunday evening/Monday morning. All right, and that wouldn't even get anywhere close to triggering this more aggressive medium-term buy. But we have daily cycles are in the middle, but heading lower. This is why it's a tough day. A weekly are pinned at the bottom and trying to get a move up. Why also next week I will be more focused on the bullish side. So that's what I'm watching. NASDAQ also, this little is trying to just hold below the channel, but it's really going to matter on the open. Confirmed this again, sloppy double top. This is still technically the move that's doing it, but that's just levels I'm watching to see where it pushes on the open. Coming back down, there's the pin levels on this are not as strong, but if it does break down, I'm watching 11.9. And if it rallies, I'm watching, again, we have the clear path on the 1 hour. The areas I'm really keying off of are about 12,150. And then if we got all the way to 12,200 in here, that's the 50 and the 62.5. That's where I'm watching. On the upside, you see it's trapped right at the top of the rotation zone into this 4 hour clear path. So the breakdown zone is right in front of the 62.5, about 12,237. All right, so that's where it sits. Let's see, Dow on the rally. If we had the stronger rally, it would be about the 31,800 on a breakdown. Let's see, on the breakdown again, we're about 31,200. Those are your major levels. Again, on the Dow, we haven't had as many. Oh, sorry. We've had a Dow is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 potential weeks down, which is also a very rare situation. I don't think we'll turn green unless we have something very strange happen. But next week I am watching for these rallies. And even with the Dow, the major, if we do break to the upside, this 31.18 is very key based off the 50% harmonic. This is 7 down weeks in the S&P. We've had 6. Yeah, when's 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know this week's not close, so this would have to turn green. When was 7, Wavy? When was 8? Tell me when was 8? So this is where, this is where I'll start watching for the major bottoming. Would you trade the double top on a day? No, I'm going to be watching to see how it reacts on the open because of just to use those levels to see for support. There's lots of mixed signals. Good morning, Lauren. Either way up or either one is explosive up or down. I think there's more explosive potential to the upside. The downside is more capped. We could go down that 34 points and pin 3,900 on the S&P, but the downside's much more limited in my view, especially with this price action overnight. Yes, we could still go down, but that 34 points versus the potential the upside of, that 65 is there's more of potential for a rally, a strong rally to the upside, but that's not what I'm calling for. Again, there's so many mixed signals. This is just a very challenging day. Christoph, hello. VIX 1 hour looking to pop up. We'll jump to the VIX now anyways. We did not get the close above the 62.5 and reversed off it yesterday. VIX, and then my VIX on this platform is delayed. It's looking, though, to continue lower. And so that's really going to judge to see how much it sells off. If it sells off pretty substantially, I'll start favoring the stronger rally. But everything's going to key off this of about the first 30 minutes of trading. Dollar index, by the way, again, longer term top looks like even if it rallies slightly, longer term top going to be put in on this, and I'm going to be focusing on this to see if it rolls over on the open. Notes, again, starting to push up again. This is a pretty bullish pattern against the weekly rotation zone. This is a pretty bullish pattern against the weekly rotation zone. So what I mean is we've already tapped it, stalling out, and then I start watching for the next push higher, especially with this flag pattern, and coming back to test it and rotating back up. So that's what I'll be I really want to see what notes do today if the market does rally. Crude is pretty much flat. We have the rig counts today. That's the only thing potentially moving it. Other than that, there's not much going on in crude. Everything I'm going to be focused on is in the indices. The DAX moving back up, back out of this channel. This channel is now invalidated. The only thing that gets me bullish on the DAX longer term, longer term is above 14,320 area, which would be this spike high in the 62.5. Remember, it's still against the weekly rotation zone, but that could easily take us deeper in the weekly rotation zone. DAX also looks like it's trying to hold up better, but I don't have anything short term on the DAX really. Where else do we sit? Let's check in on Tesla. Tesla longer term, yes, you do have a potential double on a short term, but we'll map that out next week depending on what happens. Short term, this is, let me check it. That you could, it's right there. I just use the end of the move though. You know, you start breaking above about 720, I'd be targeting up to 730. That's the short-term breakout play. The breakdown play, you have a lot of key support unless you get below 702. So that's the breakdown play below 702. Otherwise, so it's just a short-term breakout and breakdown play. There aren't a lot of fantastic plays yet on it for the longer term, and as is still against the daily and weekly rotation zone, but is trying to put in a bottoming pattern. So we shall see what's going on with that. You think Elliott Waves points to 3,800? We won't hit that today. There's no way. Heard your Discord room. The Discord room, there's a lot of chatter going on. I post some things occasionally in there. Tesla wants 600. I think Tesla's going lower than that longer term, Jacob. It's just whether we trigger something. Again, we have against the daily rotation zone. You're against the 4-hour rotation zone. So anything, see the 4-hour rotation zones even up to about just that pop to 730 would take it into the 4-hour rotation zone. So longer term people know I'm very bearish on Tesla, but you can still get these substantial pops, especially if we start getting a pop in the NASDAQ. I mean, theoretically, on a longer-term basis, we can look at Tesla more in depth on the weekend. You could easily still, if you get that double trigger, just like some of these other patterns reversal, you could easily see back in the 800s, but not today. Where do we sit? I think it favors a slight move upwards, but everything has to be, we really have to get through. Why it's not just the the area. We really have to, before we get through that, we have to get through 39.50. 39.45 to 39.50. That really takes us solidly into above the 37.5 harmonic into the clear path move. So that's where we really have to start getting some momentum. Otherwise, if we just do another chop and slop day, then I'm pretty much hands off the wheel then. If it turns into just a back and forth chop and slop day, there's just nothing going on, and I'll just look for positioning for next week with stuff. Elon needs a serious female distraction, less Twitter-like drama. Elon needs to just stop with the drama. So Tesla going to 60. You don't want my super bear case, but it's going lower. It's going way lower, longer term. Way lower, especially Q2 numbers, unless it's completely cooked. Q2 numbers are not going to be good. It does not justify again. Well, I don't need to harp on Tesla. You can hear that on another day. If we cannot make 39.50, we are heading down. I'd just be watching for the 3,900 pin, though. That's the interesting thing. You have the other pin at 39. You have the big pins are 3,900 and 4,000. The minor pin is 3,950. This is the problem. But the big pin favors 4,000 if a move can go to the upside. See, Waka Waka, you got me saying they. View on Apple. Then I'm going to be wrapping this up because I got to get the dog in the car. View on Apple. The longer term view is you have the still that potential bottoming pattern. Shorter term view. Let me just go all the way down. Shorter term view. Let me see. Shorter term view. Yeah, you do have a 15-minute double. I might actually take a look at this if we start to rally. This could be an interesting trade. If it does get a bigger rally on 139.40, 140.77, 141.45, 142.13, where does that take us back? I have to update these harmonics. So minor, that could be something that I might have a front run pattern on that, but it would have to get above about a 139. Other than that, Apple again still mixed. I'm going to be paying attention to short-term double since we are extended from especially if we get a rally on in the mega caps / tech. With that, please come back. Good morning, Amit. Please, how do you see Amazon? Sorry, Eddie, I just saw that. Thank you for being here, Eddie. Again, lots of new people. Amazon. Amazon's in an interesting position right now for potentially if we start putting in a bottoming move. This isn't for today. It came off those harmonics. If it gets a little push lower, we set up for a double, which would be really nice for Amazon. Not quite there yet. So that would tip me into bullish mode for next week. So there's nothing really for today. Longer term, come back Sunday, 3 p.m. Central. We can look more at Amazon after today because we might have a reversal pattern setting up if we do get some mega cap rallies going into next week. Just nothing. I don't have anything strong for today. Except then I'm ending this. Sorry, I got to deal with yeah, that looks like it's right there. Yep. So you want a short-term play for today. This is the only minor thing. If it does rally above 2,200, you got 22.30, 22.45, 22.59. That's all I have to the upside. Other than that, if that does not trigger, I'd be hands off until something like that triggers because you could see that push lower. That favors the double setup for next week. With that, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you, Eddie. I'm glad you're here. Again, thank you, everyone else. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Amit. Please come back. Leave some likes. Leave some comments. Just 10 comments per video will really help, especially since we're now with hard strike. What do I talk about that's controversial? If somebody knows what hard... And by the way, you can still see the video on Share Vision that I put up yesterday. So if you're not a member of Share Vision, go check it out there and tell me what got me the hard strike. They won't tell me. Talk to you later.